All right, so the quest continues. All of your characters have safely landed and docked your boat at the island of Luna Regula on the shores, the rocky, small pebbled shores of Luna Regula, and
Gotta
uh,
mute my mic.
immediately when you are to land on the actual island itself, it's almost like you've hit a wall of this storm where the hail is just coming down all around the island. A once peaceful island, described by the masses of the city, has obviously turned into something completely the opposite of that. Scattered all over the shores are bloodstains. Orange flowers are just covering everywhere, but they're dead. They're crushed. They're mangled. It's quite obvious that animals have been running from predators on the island that maybe they had not seen prior to this expedition to the island based on you, or your first expedition to the island itself. So your characters then are left staring into this storm that has now made its home on this once peaceful island. What do we do, gentlemen?
I pull out an umbrella.
Pull out kitchen spoons. Put them on
Yeah,
top.
right. I use my massive agility score of 2 to use the spoons to deflect the incoming things.
Any ideas, Argast, or you just want to stare at the storm?
Sorry, I had pizza in my mouth. Is there anything that we can see, like alive, flowers, animals, somebody rushing to attack us?
You are not having anything coming at you. It's almost like looking at a picture from the inside of an art gallery where you're seeing this picture of horror in front of you. And just as if you've ever been on an airplane and flown past a storm and you can actually see that wall of the storm, that's what you're staring at when you finally hit that island. It's almost as if the island itself is encased with this storm, and once you're outside of that storm, it's like clear as day outside. Blue skies, shiny day.
Okay. As far as the island goes, what is in front of us?
In front of what you're looking at, basically it's a pebble stridden beach. There's not sand, it's just small rocks that basically make up that beach, and there are bloodstains everywhere as if things had been massacred. Maybe people trying to escape the island, maybe people trying to charge the island. Um, that is what you can see right now, and lots and lots and lots of dead orange flowers that you can tell were numerous all over the island before because their petals are all over the place, but just wet, stained with blood. And there are no animals, no crunchers, nothing to be seen. But immediately in front of you is basically a shore wall of sandstone that you think that you could either climb up pretty easily, you could probably carve a path, or you could try to find a way around it. Maybe there's an easier way around it.
I'm thinking I'm going to try to climb it just because it's a better vantage point.
Okay, sounds good. As far as it goes for climbing, you would want a strength check for that.
Okay.
And would you want to do it immediately? Would you want to wait? Would you want to talk to Belcar about it?
I guess let's talk to Belcar first. Hey, Belcar.
So you're gonna climb this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's all good. I think popping up there is going to give us a good vantage point. What do you think?
Yeah, you're probably right. You go up, and I'll just cover your back, and we'll see what happens. Just don't let those rocks slip out of your hands.
Okay, we'll do. Okay, now I'm going to go attempt to climb the rock.
Sounds good. Let's get that strength check.
Bam.
Oh man. Where on other days you may not have had the all with all about you. Maybe you were put off by your first day in this new world that you had been transported to. Today, you feel strong. and you almost fly up the walls of the sandstone, and it so adeptly even that your hands, when they hit the rock, kind of dent the sandstone in a way that makes it easier for those who may come after you to climb up that same sandstone wall. And you find your way to the very top of it. When you get to the top of that sandstone wall, you immediately stand up and you can survey that what is on top of it is almost a plateau where it's flat but covered in trees, and this beautiful would-be forest is in front of you that appears will actually very likely give you shelter from these large hailstones that are still falling pretty rapidly around you. But your strength definitely helped you hold out when you were climbing. It was more so just smacking them out of the way when they come and hit you.
Okay. Belkart, there looks like there's a forest that we could probably take shelter in just over the way. And you should be able to climb up the wall. I think I did a pretty decent job about making divots for you to hop up here.
All right, let's see how it goes.
You got a +5 to your strength check given the handholds.
Nice.
Oh my god. It's going to be one of those nights. You immediately follow up.
That's from rolling a d20, right? Like,
Yes,
or
rolling a
is that
d20.
just-
Yes. Yep. And then you'd add your strength check to it even.
because it looks like it just said rolling 20, and then I don't think a d20 was rolled. Hang on. Yeah, I was supposed to roll /D. So I just typed in 20, and then my bad.
You're like, oh man, I got a 20.
There we go. So I think that's a whopping 12.
Did you add your strength to it?
Yeah, I only have 2 for strength.
Oh god, so wait, really? I don't see a plus on it.
It's because I just said roll 20, and then I added my 2 strength.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, you did get the +5 that helped you out
Yes.
from it. So it may
Yeah.
not have been the prettiest thing, but you still quite easily climb up given the help that was given by your partner who climbed it first with these handholds. So a lot slower than your partner, you do make it to the top, and you are immediately followed by your other companion who you all know as Bob. He doesn't
bet,
say much, almost like he's almost half there, but he's there with you. He's following right behind you.
Right.
It's as if his mind is in a meeting elsewhere. Gentlemen,
All right, let's head into let's take shelter in the forest then.
take
Agreed.
shelter in the forest. Okay. You wander into the forest and you find yourself immediately in a forest full of trees that are much taller than they looked originally from when you first reached the top of the plateau. These trees are a good 30 to 40 feet tall. Lots of branches, almost pine trees that you can see, and they cover very easily from the hail. You can hear above you them cracking as the hail comes down on it, but these are very, very old trees, and this is a very well-established island, so they do not balk at the hailstones that are being dropped down on them. It's almost eerie, however, when you went from being pelted by a lot of this really extremely dense and thick and heavy hail to going to this almost musically sounding forest area that you're in now. There are lots of large rocks, lots of greenery around you, but it's definitely apparent that this has been a disturbed place because where there was blood on the beach, there are numerous parts of animals left. And when I say parts, I mean arms, legs, appendages, teeth, ears that have been ripped off. And you can tell a lot of them are being dragged in an almost, Lord of the Flies, let's drag Piggy back from knocking him over the head with a rock. It's just this long
Oh,
trail of blood.
Belkart, do you see anything you can use for dinner later?
probably I can at least maybe make a good stock again and see what we can go. So I'll go and look at what body parts are left to see if I can't, salvage some of it. I assume some of it's probably going to be bad depending on how